This is the Awesome Life Podcast.
I'm awesome! Team Awesome!
Those are twist offs, bro.
Are they? This is awesome. This is the Awesome Life Podcast, episode 116. I'm Mr. Phoenix.
You're chilly, and who do we got today?
Hello, guys.
What's your name?
It is I, Dylan Shizzle for Frizzle.
Frizzle.
Is it
Frizzle or Frizzell?
It's Frizzell.
Frizzell. That sounds French.
the same shit.
It's fancy.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I've heard it be fancy.
You know, I love me some head, but not when it comes to beer.
Yeah, I mean a little bit ahead.
A little bit of head don't. That's all.
85%.
That's all head. All head. All gas, no brakes. All right. So your name's Dylan.
Yes, that is
Where are you from?
I'm from here, good old Colorado.
Like born and raised? You're an actual native?
Born and raised. Grew up in Whitefield.
Widefield.
Yeah. Y'all been down there at Whitefield?
Yeah, that's the hood.
It was. It ain't terrible now. There's spots, but I mean.
Nah, I'm just talking shit.
It's not.
There ain't no hood in Colorado Springs, bro.
Not.
I got to do the nose oil trick. Let's see if it still works. It doesn't.
What? I've never heard of that.
It's from like a whole like beer funnel thing. When there's too much foam up top, you take your nose oil. It's like an urban legend.
Yeah, I
Urban
bet.
legend, bro. I don't know if I can.
That's crazy. Das Boot. That's
Nose oil in my
boot.
drink.
All right. Well, we'll get right into it as he pours his many beers into the boot.
As many as I can.
All right. So you're a service advisor. That's how we know you. How long have you done it for, and how do you like it?
I've been doing it since 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
about, what was that, 12, 13 years? Something like that? I don't know. I'm not mathing.
Right around there.
So
Yeah,
12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing it that long.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I won't tell Hogarth. You can tell me if you don't.
There's days, I tell you. But no, it's pretty cool. I tell you what, dealing with some people, that could be difficult. But outside of that, like, usually it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good gig.
The Wells man himself.
Yeah.
That dude.
Bro, that guy was wild.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, I thought people got pissed off in sales. Then I moved back there.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
What happened?
oh, all right. So this dude, we had his Bronco for a while, probably like
Okay.
a month. And so this guy, he comes in one day just pissed off at Patrick.
Okay.
Because
and Patrick's such a nice guy.
Such a nice
Patrick's
guy.
the nicest guy there is. And so he comes in and he's just fuming and he's telling Patrick, I'm going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. I need your
Like,
manager right now.
Pretty much, bro.
He
That
said
was
he physically said he was gonna like hurt.
Yeah. He was like, I will kill you. And that was like, wow. Well, that's aggressive.
I'm glad I wasn't a part of that.
Oh, bro, that was my first day. That was
Dude,
literally
that was
my
your first
first day. Was Mr. Wells up there, and yeah, that dude was a fucking asshole. Like, so entitled. He's like, I told Hogarth I'm smoking in that bitch and this and that, and
He's smoking on that Hogarth pack, huh?
yeah. But word, man. Overall, you like it though?
Overall, I like it. It's a good gig. There's a lot of other places I've worked in the service field, and this is by far the best one. And not saying it so I can get kudos, but like the other dealerships I've been at, Honda wasn't terrible, Volkswagen wasn't great, but I do like Ford. It's pretty chill.
Okay. You drive a Ford yourself?
I
so
do.
You're a fan?
Shitty,
Absolutely.
Shitty 2.7.
Hey, I also got a Ford
Right.
Ranger tattooed
You just
on my
turned
stomach.
that way the fuck up.
I know. I got you. It's crazy. There's no in between with this thing.
No, all or nothing.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, we'll keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going. So, what do you do with your spare time?
You know, a lot of the time I like to go climbing after I get off work.
When you say climbing, what are we climbing?
Climbing at the bouldering gym.
Buildings.
Oh, Gripstone?
No, not that one. I've been there. That one's all right, but the one I like is Springs Climbing Center. SCC.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a good vibe, good folk. They always change up the walls with different different climbs, if you would, but different equations, because it's all about what you're trying to climb and how to get to the top, you know?
Bro, this is wild.
Oh, oh that sounds amazing. What did you say the percentage is on this?
Like 47, I think.
This is about to put some hair on our
right.
chest, and if you already have hair on your chest, you about to look
I don't got a lot.
about to look like a gorilla.
Might even get some gray in that
Yeah.
shit, brother.
Yeah, 47.
Cheers,
Cheers.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers over here. Ain't no steers
Yes.
over here. Steers. I said steers.
Of course.
Good.
That's good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That is no bite. There's no
Solid.
bite.
Smooth.
How is
I like
it
it.
47% without bite?
As
Bro.
a gentleman who doesn't drink that much, I tell you what, there's a little bit of bite.
Oh, okay. So
Fair enough.
you see
Weak
that?
comparatively.
You see that bottle of Henny over there?
Yeah.
I'll have you have some of that, and then you'll talk about some bite.
Oh my God, I'm about to leave
Yeah,
here
there's a little
later on,
more
like,
than just
God
bite.
dang.
Yeah. I do not condone drinking and driving, by the way.
I would never do such thing.
Okay,
we don't.
There'll be a lot of
That's
water in
not-
my system before then.
This podcast does not support drinking and driving.
This podcast is brought to you by
Shane-
Sobriety.
No. This podcast is brought to you by Shane's Home Loans.
Home loans, yes. Still waiting on that first check, by the way.
For the best rate and the best service, go see Shane at Shane Home Loans. 1-800-SHANE 234.
All right, bro. So, what's a cool place you've traveled?
So my favorite place that I've been to would be Florida.
Florida. What part of Florida?
I went down to the Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
So went to go do some scuba diving. First time I ever got to do scuba diving, and it was probably one of the best times of my life. It was also the scariest because as I was down there,
What did you see?
bro, I thought I saw what I was going to hope to see was a shark. But then once I was introduced to the possibility of it being a shark, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not ready for this shark right now. It wasn't a shark. It was another swimmer, but they scared the shit out of me. I was scared, bro.
This is human.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
funny
okay,
as
He saw the Kraken.
bro. I was scared. I was like, oh, no. Take the other diver, not me.
Yeah.
Damn, that's funny.
That's hilarious, bro. So while you're in Florida,
Mhm.
did you have any good food?
Oh, dude, all the seafood.
You like seafood?
I do like
What's your favorite?
Seafood is
What's your favorite
fantastic.
fish or crustacean or mollusk?
Yeah, mollusk.
I mean, these are all different
Yeah, I get- no,
classifications
I
of
get
That's
seafood.
fair. That's
You
fair.
covered him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would say they had this one blackened salmon. I think it was salmon. It may not have been salmon. It was blackened something.
Black and mahi.
That was
Yeah,
it. Blackened
yeah,
mahi.
mahi, yeah.
Bro,
That is
phenomenal.
a usual suspect in Florida. You had black and mahi when we were at Coconuts the first time. You had black
Was
and mahi.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you had jalapeno crusted
Crusted
mahi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds damn.
Shit slaps. Absolutely.
yeah, it was.
No, Florida's dope, man. There'll be a day when we have a vacation home out there for sure.
Yeah,
How old we got to be to get that?
not that much longer. I promise you. I got 5 years before I got a vacation home. I gotta have at least a second home.
Yeah.
There you
Like,
go.
No way I don't. No way we don't. We're gonna do this. This awesome life shit's real. We're gonna have an influencer house. All right.
Dude. Yeah. Beachside property. Woof.
All right.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
The head's gone away. There's not as much head.
Ooh.
So you got to fill it all the way before you drink it.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You know, I got to complete the boot. So just so you know, there's a little story behind this boot right here.
Mhm.
Okay. So right before I moved to Colorado, I found this cool ass German bar
Mm.
right by where I lived.
Mhm.
I passed by it about 100 times before I actually went there and ate and drank.
Mhm.
And they had this thing called the boot tour, right? They had 28 German beers.
Okay.
And when you complete 28 German beers that they have, so I had 28 of these,
You
George-
drank 28 of those.
not in one sitting, obviously.
I was about to say.
So
hold up.
every time I would come back to Florida to visit,
Yeah.
I think I left with like 11. I did 11 before I left.
Okay.
So every time I would go to Florida to visit, I stopped in this bar
Mhm.
and I would have a boot, at least one boot. And after you complete it, they give you your own stein, which is a glass, a traditional German glass where you.
A big sucker.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, there's
Has
all
the
different
handle.
stuff. Yeah. And then I got my own little plaque. So it's on the wall and I get half price for life whenever I drink out of it. So it's super cool. And they also give me a boot.
That's sick.
So
That actually is
So-
super cool.
That's gangster.
so Mr. Phoenix is on the wall with my stein. And every time I'm in that area, I eat there and I have a boot.
Nice.
All right. Well, no, I don't have a boot anymore. I haven't had a boot in a long time. I just drink from my stein because it's half off. And
I'd be drinking from my stein, bro.
and also it's just like it's cool. It has a little poem. It has a little poem around it.
Yeah.
So like they have all these available like steins that haven't been filled.
Mm.
And over the years now there's like almost no available steins.
Yeah.
The only steins that you really see are like the double boot. So there's a boot that's literally twice the size of this.
That's insane.
And on the
6
day,
beers.
yeah, I drank it and I threw up. I drank one. There's no way I could do 28 of them, especially because when beer gets warm, I don't like it.
Ugh.
I actually invented something with them. I got them to put ice in a Ziploc
Mhm.
and drop it in the boot so that it wouldn't be as nasty. I don't like warm beer.
That's
I
fair.
don't think
That's
anyone
fair.
does.
So the bag kept it at the bottom?
Huh?
Did the bag keep it at the bottom?
No, the bag just sits right here
Oh,
and then
okay.
keeps it, but it doesn't water down your beer because ice in beer is for
Yeah,
lames.
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I invented that.
True. True.
Yeah, I love Florida. I miss it. It's my happy place. I
Mm.
love the ocean. I
Mm.
love the beach. I love jet skiing.
Ooh, that shit.
I love
sounds good.
fishing.
That shit.
I
all
love
sounds good.
seafood.
Oh,
You know,
all that.
I love the experience of just walking on the beach.
Mm.
I love the experience of eating beachside,
Mm.
like you're at a restaurant
Yeah.
and you got the
Yo.
ocean breeze coming through, and
The beach
What?
at night, bro.
Yes.
it's
Best vibe.
superb. But yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. We're just trying to get to know you.
Mhm.
You know, I worked with you for 4 years, and you know what I can tell you that I know about you
Hmm.
is that you got good taste in music. Like I remember walking in, and he was listening to Murals by Lupe
Yes!
Fiasco.
Dude, you remember that?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
remember.
And I was like, hold on, this motherfucker's listening to Lupe Fiasco.
Bro,
I should have invited you to go
he
see.
should have gone. He should have gone with
Bro,
us.
he told me that he went to go see Lupe. I was like, bro, you went to go see Lupe?
Yeah.
Like, that was so dope to me.
Oh, it was a good time. He don't remember much of it. I still got to do that video of us drunk. We're riding around on the back of like one of those carriages
Yeah,
an
yeah.
electric bike.
Yeah.
Yo, it looked like we were gonna get hit. I was
I didn't
fucked
even
up
care.
there.
I didn't even care if we got hit.
Hey, bro. Not next Saturday. The following Saturday, I'm doing a Denver night.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I think you should join.
Yeah, I'll see. It just
Just
depends.
make it happen.
I actually might be going with my sister to Metallica concert in Denver.
Okay, so then come through afterwards.
I'll see.
Yeah, I'll take you back.
Okay.
So have her drive, and I'll take you. We'll link up, and then
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't see Metallica.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? It's Fight Club, bro.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Great movie.
Okay, Tyler Durden.
Bro, I'm not going to lie.
It is
The
a great
first time I
movie.
saw that movie, I watched it probably 5 times in a row. Every day, 5 days straight,
Damn.
watch Fight Club.
It's like Trevor and Hacksaw Ridge. All right, we back though. I think.
Uh-oh.
How was your studio session?
I think we good. I can check the.
Check the feed.
Oh, no.
I didn't like what I heard, but it sounds like we're still good.
Yeah, we are.
Something
We're still on?
We're still good.
You sure?
Yep.
Because I heard that pop.
What up? What up? Jimmy says Goodwill Hunting. That's a great movie as well. Anthony says Interstellar. Interstellar is fantastic. He still hasn't seen it. I tell him every day to watch it.
Sit down and watch it.
Yo,
dog.
I haven't seen that
I got
movie all the
time
way
tomorrow.
through. I haven't seen
What
that
up,
movie all the way
Brennan?
through.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic movie. Interstellar is. You haven't seen it either?
I haven't seen it all the way.
Oh my god!
I saw the part where he was floating through the Tesseract.
Christopher Nolan.
Tesseract. That's
Or not the Tesseract. The what's the
That's
Tesseract?
Thor.
Bro, no. There's a moment.
That's not Thor.
Tesseract.
Tesseract is the fucking cube.
That's what
From
in
Avengers.
yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
was,
also Thor.
no.
it's not
It was
Thor.
in Captain America. The first Captain America.
has the
Because
Tesseract.
Red Skull had
Okay,
it.
No,
I'm pretty sure Thor. One of the Thor movies had it too. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he travels through the.
Oh God, dude, that thing with Hamnal.
The four or something.
I swear
Thor's
Loki was all about the fucking Tesseract. Anyway,
He
that's
was.
He's the one who stole
just
it.
But he was
just
the
different
bad
movie.
guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all good.
But yeah, I think they still call it the Tesseract. It's a different kind of terminology. I mean, I know
Is it called?
MCU. Yeah, because I think it's like stacking the
And
fourth
you're 100%
dimension.
You know we're good.
Yeah. No, we got a couple people in the chat. Appreciate you guys.
Tell us, people in the chat, are we
GG's in the
good?
chat. Yo, can we
Dubs,
get some, can we get some
dubs in the chat.
Can we get some? We're cooked. We're cooked.
Okay, we are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked, chat. GG.
GG. I love that.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep it moving. Go ahead, Chili.
Man, I don't even want to ask him this question.
You already know what the answer is.
All right, yeah, okay. What are your favorite sports and favorite teams?
All right. Obviously, you gotta go with Baltimore Ravens first.
Okay.
Boo! Play
No,
the
no,
track.
no.
Play the track.
Oh my
Boo!
God. We don't need to boo that. No. Oh no! Ah! You know what that is, gentlemen? That's called a hater. Lamar Jackson's getting a ring. I'm telling y'all right now. Lamar Jackson's getting a ring.
Bro, Lamar Jackson's the second best quarterback in football.
Who's first? Who's
He's
putting
third.
first?
Oh,
No,
please.
absolutely not.
Well, the guy that's
Absolutely
been to
not.
5 Super Bowls, won 3,
Jesus.
as many MVPs. Come on.
Actively, I have to give it to Mahomes.
Wait, hold up, Patrick. Wait, is someone's audio messed up? Anyone?
No.
Anyone?
Audio good?
Everyone?
Just let us know. I don't know.
Okay. You got me scared real quick. We're still
You-
good, right?
You're saying Avery's audio is cooked? Oh, that's what the people are saying.
Are they saying I'm cooked?
Can't hear Avery. You might have to put the mic
No.
centered.
Put the
I can hear
fucking
you.
mic on.
Hold on.
Do.
Give me a second. Technical difficulties.
We got 7 people in the chat. He said it's not that loud. Maybe try to turn it up. Or it might be this mic that's catching you.
It's for sure. It's for sure that mic catching it. I can see what I can do, but I'm pretty sure we're cooked.
Should I hold this mic?
We might have to share.
Oh my.
You can put it in the middle. I can move this one a little bit more.
Yeah,
That way.
Hold on real quick. We need to at least try. Keep
Okay.
it going.
Alrighty. All right. So you like the Ravens? That's unfortunate. Who do you like for basketball?
Basketball, it's the Timberwolves, bro.
Okay. All right.
Which is weird.
A little different places.
Oh,
I
can't,
feel.
man?
Yeah, bro. And
Can't.
no, don't. Oh my God, it's been twice, but he's only what, like 23.
He is young.
He's 23. Jordan. When did Jordan get to a finals? But because he was in what, the Eastern Conference Finals like 3 or 4 years in a row. Jordan, before he finally won.
It
Oh,
took him a
they
while.
three-peated twice, but
Well, yeah,
it took him a while. But also, like, Ant-Man is also what, 6 seasons in, so
5
he's
seasons.
he's still young.
Yeah.
but, I mean,
What year?
What do we
it's
do?
risky.
What do we do? Do we risk it for the biscuit, or do me and Frizzle get close and share?
Ooh.
That's up to you. I mean,
Check. I mean,
Check.
I think I'm. Hold on.
hear him.
Just
I hear you.
check.
wait, hold up. Okay,
I
they
think
they can hear you now.
All right, we're back.
All
We're
right.
back.
Back like we never left.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
All right. So you like the Ravens?
That's right.
Okay. I mean, they're all right. They're fine.
Growing up, I was a big fan of the Ravens because of Ray Lewis Ed Reed,
Sure.
100%.
like Todd Heap.
You like OJ Simpson too.
I liked
First one on the podcast, all right?
I liked what's this guy's name? Jamal Lewis.
Ooh, Jamal was
He was a beast.
Hey, fuck with Ray Rice.
Chris McAllister.
He really knocked it out of the park, bro.
Chris McAllister.
He was nasty, cornerback. He was
Yeah,
good. I liked him.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Oh yeah, dude,
Terrell Suggs.
bro.
So yeah,
Terrell Suggs.
I know,
He's got some wild allegations
Super Bowl
going on now
winning
these
champion with the Chiefs.
Was it? Did he get a Super
days.
Bowl?
He did get one with the Chiefs.
He got one
He
with
was-
Baltimore too.
He
though.
got one with the Patriots also, right?
No, just us two.
No, just the Ravens and the Chiefs.
He played with the Patriots, didn't he?
Nah,
For a short
no,
time?
that was a Judon.
Oh, okay.
Judon left the Ravens
Okay.
to go play with the Patriots.
Gotcha. I guess I don't know my shit, you know?
It's all right. We gonna forgive you today.
All right. So who is your current and past favorite NBA and NFL players?
All right. Current NFL, Lamar Jackson, and then old NFL would end up being Ray Lewis, because Ray Lewis is what got me into being a Ravens fan.
So you like murderers. No.
Damn right.
Hey,
Killed
listen,
everybody.
I love Ray Lewis.
Bro, he killed it with all his little speeches he gives.
Yo,
killed it.
he's
no one,
epic.
No one can get you more pumped
Bro, I
up.
tell you what, I listened to one of those speeches and I'm about to do some push-ups.
Or murder
was it?
somebody.
Run
Stop
through
it.
a wall.
I don't got a rusty knife, bro. Did y'all ever play? I bet y'all did play Madden 13. It was like Madden 12 or 13 when Ray Lewis opened up the beginning of the game, and he has that speech in the very beginning.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But also he was on the cover of Madden what?
2005.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And get what feature did they add that year?
Hit stick.
Yep.
Absolutely,
sense.
bro.
That
you
was
can't not know that and be a Ravens fan.
Yeah. That was epic. That changed the game. Hit stick changed the game. Literally and figuratively.
What about NBA for you?
NBA. So before I liked the Timberwolves, I liked the Nuggets because Chris Anderson was on the Nuggets.
Birdman.
Oh yeah, dude. And when I was a kid, I went to a Nuggets game, and my brother, I think he got Carmelo Anthony's autograph that game, but I didn't see Chris Anderson. So we were walking out of the game at the Pepsi Center, back when it was the Pepsi Center.
Yeah.
And we're standing outside, and then there's a bunch of Nuggets fans just hanging out there, and they're holding up signs, trying to wave bye to the players. Well, I got my Anderson jersey on, and so he comes up and stops. He's driving a yellow Hummer, and he stops, sees me, gets out the Hummer, signs my jersey, and then winds up taking a photo with me, and then
That's
leaving.
dope. That's
Bro,
actually
you know
dope.
that's an NBA champion right there.
You're damn right, for the Miami Heat.
Yes,
he
yeah.
played.
Yes,
he did
bro.
play with the Heat.
And he played, like, obviously he wasn't a starter, but he had some big moments.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Like, solid guy coming off the bench, bro.
100%.
Like,
So, oh yeah.
No, that's dope.
So he was my favorite for when I was younger. So I mean, he's an older NBA player, but current Ant-Man.
that's
Makes
fair.
sense.
That's
Makes
fair.
sense.
Talks the talk, walks the walk. Can't get past the Western Conference Finals right now, but we gonna get there. We getting there. He's gonna get a ring, y'all. Him and Lamar.
Current football player, Derrick Henry. Past football player. It's tough, bro. It's tough. It really is. Because, like, I'm torn between Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, and Megatron.
All great options.
All of them.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Honorable mention, Michael Vick.
You like your controversies too.
No, I mean, he was electrifying. I mean, he was Lamar before Lamar.
That is true.
He had a stronger arm than Lamar, too.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar has plenty
Lamar's
strong.
more
strong-
accurate.
Yeah, he is. I don't know, bro. That one Philly season, he fucking balled out. He threw 41
Yo,
touchdowns.
That was a crazy
Season that no one expected him to come back. Got out of prison focused.
Bro, didn't they lose to the 2010 Packers? Because the Packers went
Yes,
to the Super Bowl
yes,
that
yes,
year.
yes.
It was a
Yeah,
NFC
that's the one
championship
the Packers won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, against the Steelers.
That's right.
NBA. Right now, it's tough.
It's
I'm
Joker.
I'm torn between Jamal Murray and Joker. Obviously.
Oh, you know it's Joker.
Well, Joker's
Stop it.
better, but personally, fan favorite, I like Jamal slightly better.
Especially because he's been so clutch for you guys in like certain moments
That's
that
what I'm saying. We went to that game where he walked off the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like that was fantastic. That was so cool. And then current, obviously Mahomes. Past, it's not just too past, but this man carried our team. Jamal Charles, man.
Yeah.
Jamal Charles was an absolute beast.
Okay. Current NBA player, I have to, he's on the wall right there. LeBron. Past for sure. D Wade.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Solid answer.
That's Mr. 305, MIAO, Wade County. You said chill zone, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll keep it going.
Elon and Donald J. Trump beef.
That shit's crazy.
Do you know anything about it?
Bro, I have no idea about it.
I'm not I don't fully understand it, but I get the gist of it.
All right. So check it. Basically, Elon and Trump have been like going back and forth and like collaborating on things.
Mhm.
And then Trump
They've been working together.
Yes. And then Trump comes out with this big, beautiful bill.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Trump, everything was all good until he read the fine print when they were cutting all the EV incentives, which directly affects his business. So then he had a problem with that. And since he had a problem with that, then he's exposing the things that are bad on the bill, like
raising the deficit.
Yeah, our deficit's going to go up $2.5 trillion.
Yeah,
which is a huge amount. We're approaching $40 trillion in deficit. So that,
which is also something that Republicans preach against for the most part.
Correct. So we're raising the deficit instead of lowering the deficit, and then and they're raising it without giving more back to. This is from my understanding, and I don't know. I haven't read the bill. I don't know.
People in Congress haven't read the bill.
Exactly. But from my understanding is that they're getting rid of a lot of government assistance. So if they're cutting EV credits, they're cutting government assistance like food stamps and things like that. Maybe not altogether, but like less of it. But they're not giving us anything to show for that. I mean, that could raise problems. So then Elon is being petty, and he's saying things like, he'll be impeached. The reason why the Epstein files aren't out is because he's on the files.
I heard that one.
And I will say that's a crazy take from Elon, in the sense that you're saying, oh, well, you're basically accusing him of being a pedophile, right?
Certified.
Pedophile. But you're saying, oh, but when I was friends with him, it was okay.
Yeah.
But now that we're beefing,
now
it's
I'm gonna expose. Hey, so you cheat on your wife.
Yeah, like that's not a flex that I think he thinks it is.
Justin says you look gorgeous, Dylan.
Thanks, Justin.
The other thing that I'll say, is that if there was any true dirt on Trump in those files, the Dems would have released it it would have been out by now.
Well, the problem is there's dirt on both sides.
No, correct, but you can choose and you can cherry pick what you release from those files at the end of the day.
But who ultimately has these files?
I assume.
Where are these files at?
They all assume got them.
Yeah, I assume they all got them. Like you said, there probably is dirt on both sides. But the Dems would absolutely take that collateral easily. They would take that collateral if there's something truly incriminating about it.
At the same time, though, like the amount of dirt that the other side would have on the Dem side, I mean, they could just come back as well, be like, oh, well, whoever you're putting up for whatever role as being president, well, they're just as bad because of X, Y, and Z.
I get that, but at the same time, the Democrats hate Trump more than anything. They'd be willing to take down Biden or a couple of their fellow colleagues.
Them.
Yeah, absolutely. They
martyrs
easily.
The crazy thing is now you could own a Tesla.
Yes, I sent you that.
It get keyed
by a Democrat or a Republican.
You know?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I don't know.
Wild.
Like, I don't know. I think it's just so childish too. It's just Twitter beef, and like they should have sat down and probably actually talked about it. I don't know enough about the bill that's being passed to say too much about it, but I do find that beef crazy.
That's
And
pretty fucking
Elon's
wild.
being like, they would have lost the election if it wasn't for me, and like he's going off, bro.
But Republicans were loving Elon just a second ago.
Correct.
Just a second
Correct.
ago. He's
And-
doing such good work.
And well, the other thing is like I understand from the point of view that he's part of like Doge, right? Department of Government Efficiency, and then he's basically saying, well, we just cut a whole bunch of wasteful spending, and then he's saying that this is wasteful spending, which it may be. I don't know. Again, I'm not. I don't know.
What does he consider wasteful spending? I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's opinion based, but there's some shit that is definitely wasteful spending.
I mean, probably. There's always wasteful spending.
I'd argue a lot of money that you're sending to foreign countries is wasteful spending.
Absolutely.
100%.
Patrick says he thinks it's all a show. Trump is trying to get Elon out of the crosshairs of the Dems. So
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's sticky, but at the end of the day, it's not that deep.
Yeah, we'll see what becomes of it. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna get into this because I know this is an important one for you.
Oh, dude.
What conspiracies are you into, and why do you believe them? Let's hear it,
Bro, all right. So I don't necessarily know if it's a conspiracy. It might be, but Project Gateway.
Project Gateway. You're going to have to refresh my memory.
All right,
I've
Project
definitely heard this.
Gateway. It's like a 25-page document with the government. And I don't know everything about it because, yeah, it's kind of in depth. But essentially, it is saying that people can remote view. So if you can lay down, relax.
Remote viewing is crazy, bro.
Yo,
that concept is crazy.
Wait,
It's 100%
explain
proven.
it. I'm not familiar.
So, all right. So, like remote viewing, you're going to end up being able to leave your body and experience life as just like your soul, if you would. You know what I mean? Like
astral projection.
Astral projection. Thank you. So, yeah.
Jeez.
So, it's literally out of body experience and you're experiencing everything around you. However, no one can see you because it's like your ghost self.
Plane of
astral
existence.
projection. Yeah.
I didn't know that was Project Gateway.
Thank you. So yeah, that's Project Gateway, and the government was using it to spy on like the Russians and different countries in order to get more information on things. So if you could, there's actually a book I read called Rasputin's Bastards. It's the same thing, and they used to put these people in like tanks that are filled with water, kind of like on Stranger Things. Y'all seen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So same thing. They did astral projection with 11. Putting her in those like water tanks so that way she could see other places, and she just happened to open up a portal to another dimension. So same kind of concept, except it went in a different dimension in Stranger Things. So that's what the government wanted to use it for. But as they kind of like developed it a little bit more, they're like, yeah, this is 100% real. The things you believe, the energy you emit, that is what makes this whole universe, if you would. So I love that shit.
Interesting. I can't say I'm too familiar with
That's
that.
that's a crazy concept, bro.
Like,
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, and I'm glad you brought something that wasn't the typical.
Yeah.
Like me.
Bush did 9/11 or
No, I wasn't gonna go there. I was more like talking about like the JFK assassination
sure.
being like a setup.
Sure.
There was a lot of people that really wanted him gone.
Yeah.
He wanted to expose a lot of things.
It wasn't just an angry man that just wanted to, you know, can I say the word?
Which word?
The A word.
Yeah.
It has ass in it.
Yeah, I think so. Say eliminate.
Yeah, they wanted to eliminate.
Target elimination.
Yeah. They wanted to eliminate our president at the time. There's too much like gray area or like things that didn't add up for like for that not to be like an inside job.
But was it Lee Harvey Oswald they played?
Yes.
Yeah.
mean, you could. I would say it's more than probable that he was the one that shot that gun. I guess.
Oh,
it's just
that's fine. Who
the motives behind
who pushed him to do it, and why? Did you ever see the comparisons between Abraham Lincoln
I was about to bring this up.
and Kennedy? They're absolutely crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's
The
literally
similarities.
Like
Let me see if I can find it,
They're
bro.
the same fucking thing, essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I mean,
play.
they both got target eliminated.
Let's see if I can find something that's
Shot
under
in the
6.
head.
It's at least one.
Let me see if I can find something that's under 60
Their
seconds.
assassins had 3 names.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
John Wilkes Booth
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Lee Harvey.
So you haven't heard this thing?
I think
I
they
don't think
also
so.
have like the same amount of letters in each name. Like when you count up all the letters of their names.
Well,
Lee,
John.
Oswald,
I guess it
Wilkes
depends
Booth.
on how you spell John.
J-O-H-N.
Or just J-O-N.
Let's see if there's a short one. Okay, this is crazy. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
The Lincoln-Kennedy connection. Both men were elected to Congress in a year ending with 46, Lincoln in 1846, and Kennedy in 1946. They both became presidents in years ending with 60, Lincoln in 1860, and Kennedy in 1960.
It gets deeper.
They were both killed on a Friday and shot in the head while with their wives. They each lost a son while they were president, and their last names have 7 letters. Their assassins, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald, both had 15-letter names. Both presidents had a vice president named Johnson.
That one's wild.
Lincoln's secretary, Kennedy, warned him not to go to the theater, while Kennedy's secretary, Lincoln, warned him not to go to Dallas.
What?
Both men loved literature and often quoted Shakespeare. Conspiracy theories emerged after their deaths, suggesting that there were larger plots involved. Fresh trip for more interesting facts.
There's actually there's literally like 20 other comparisons or similarities between the two. Just kind of, it could be all coincidence. I mean, you have a million different opportunities, billions of different opportunities for things to happen. You ever hear I forgot what the theory is called, but it's it has to do with if you have an infinite amount of monkeys, they'll eventually write Shakespeare.
Sure.
What?
Like literally, like a monkey can write Shakespeare if there's an infinite amount of them. Eventually, they're going to create a possibility.
Yes,
A possibility.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Infinite amount of universes. If that's the case, then there's one where I'm black, you're white, and he's Asian.
I didn't know I had to be Asian, but I
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Any other conspiracies that you particularly dwell on that you want to mention?
I don't know if it's considered a conspiracy theory, but the double slit theory. So, do y'all know about that?
Well, no, you got to
Okay.
put us on game.
Double slit theory, if you have, and I'm kind of not the greatest at explaining this, but essentially you have 2 slits in a piece of paper, if you would. So you shoot these photons or waves at these slits in paper, and as they go through, they're supposed to just line up. If I could draw this, it would make way more sense.
Draw it.
So boom.
I'm getting a little
These are the
sauced.
2 slits that you
got the
go
dust
through.
boot.
And then when you hit the paper on the back, it measures them like this. Well, when you go through in a wave form, it makes like 6 or 7 different lines on this piece of paper. Like, what is this? If you monitor the rays going through there and the waves, how they interact, then they will make this form instead of the 7. Y'all are going to have to look this up. The double slit experiment. It's craziest thing ever. Pretty much what it means is that the universe is conscious of what's going on, but if you pay attention to what is going on, then it will cease to show you what's actually happening. Just look it up, people. Double slit experiment. I wish I could explain this way better than I could. I'm not on that level.
All right,
I'm not on that level.
That's interesting.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Justin said something about MK Ultra.
Oh, MK Ultra. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. MK Ultra.
Is he in the chat?
No.
I don't know if he's still in the chat. He texted me,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know if he's in the chat.
Which Justin is this?
Zimmerman,
Yo, Zimmerman. What's up, bro?
not Reese. I should send it to Reese, or I shouldn't.
He likes his conspiracies
Yeah.
or his
Yeah, he was on
very
the pod.
Mhm.
There was a conspiracy theory that I wanted to fucking talk about. It wasn't the Anunnaki.
I had that on here.
Yeah, the Anunnaki. Isn't
Bro.
that crazy? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about before I lose it. You
Yeah.
know, at my age, you kind of like start to forget things.
He's as old as you.
What was I
We
talking
forget
about?
a lot.
Okay, so this is not one that I subscribe to,
Mm.
but it's interesting. Okay, that we're in a simulation.
Bro, I literally we live in a simulation right there.
So like I'm not saying we're in the Matrix, but it would make sense. And then you have like people like Neil deGrasse Tyson that say like, either we are in a simulation or we are the last generation before we create the simulation.
That would be wild.
Interesting.
So like, and he's like, it's a 50-50 shot.
Or maybe it's like Inception, where you dream inside of a dream inside of a dream. Maybe there's already a simulation that's made, and we're making the next simulation. So it's simulation.
Correct. That's the thing. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind the simulation theory. So you create this simulation where this artificial intelligence, it's getting out of hand, by the way.
It is. I don't trust
You
it.
create this artificial intelligence that eventually becomes conscious,
Mhm.
and it continues to create, and then that consciousness creates a simulation within its simulation,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's just an infinite
It's a
layer trickle down.
You
So-
know, like, couldn't you also think, like, we made Grand Theft Auto, right?
I was actually just about to bring up GTA 6 in the sense that, like,
Yeah.
is that a simulation?
It has to be. Like,
I mean,
it's
that's a
world
simulation
game.
of reality, but like at some point, so like the game's not conscious.
Well,
We're
only-
we're controlling the game.
Only one character in one story, but all the characters that are behind the scene, they may not look like you or me, like individuals, but at the end of the day, it's still a person.
That's
know
what
what
I
I
was going
mean?
to say in the sense that, like, like GTA 6, are they not going to have AI implemented in
No,
that?
so AI is in almost all video games. It was in GTA 5.
Sure.
It's just how
That's true.
sophisticated the AI is. And then it was more like the AI was a hive mind of like a bigger thing. Like it controlled all the other components. From what I understand is each individual NPC has its own AI agent. It is its own AI agent, and it gets to interact how it wants to interact.
I
Would-
guess that's how we are in this reality.
Which is nuts if that's the case.
Sure.
I can't
That's
wait till
crazy-
that game
crazy,
comes out.
yeah.
So you could have one character that is going to, let's say the character you're controlling starts firing off a gun. Pop, 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 pop. You have a bunch of characters who are running from it, but you could have one character whose AI feature is to attack that individual.
So it's not that it's AI feature. That would be it made its own decision to it's either fight or flight.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be flight.
And some are going to
Some
fight.
fight. Correct.
So they could just go over there and start whooping your character's butt.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't going to happen. You know what I mean?
Hey, you might get one in, but you never know.
Yeah.
Like, just so surprising.
Damn. That's wild.
Did you add a conspiracy to this?
Yeah.
I'm not too big on the conspiracies. to
He
be
likes
honest.
things vanilla.
I mean, I wouldn't say I just take everything as face value. I think you should question everything. I should have written one down because there are some that I at least I'm like, yeah, it's probably more probable than not.
Like what?
I mean, COVID, for example.
That's such a right wing fucking.
Well, I think it's proven that it came from a lab and
But
not
it's
from a.
proven.
fucking-
I mean that's not a conspiracy. That's like a fact.
I mean,
We've known that like fucking 5 years
that
ago.
it came from a lab.
Yes, Wuhan.
Yeah,
Well,
again, a lot of people don't accept that.
Yeah, 100%.
And also,
it
also
was
if you look up conspiracies, like if you Google conspiracies, COVID-19, that's one of them.
Oh
that will
yeah,
pop up.
absolutely. I'm just saying
So-
that's a very right wing conspiracy to have.
Sure. Well,
think
It's not a left.
because it ended up being true.
Does it make it a conspiracy anymore then? If it wound up being true?
A lot of people don't believe it.
No, see that doesn't that's not really the conspiracy. The conspiracy isn't that that it was made in a lab. The conspiracy is that the whole idea behind it was for profit. You create a virus and then you pimp out a vaccine so that these pharmaceutical companies make all this fucking money. That's the conspiracy.
Sure.
That the vaccine isn't quote unquote real and doesn't do anything. It was just
Or that they released it on purpose.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that. I think more likely someone made a mistake. Like so the whole idea behind it. So what's a conspiracy is that it was covered up, trying to cover up that what they were doing in Wuhan. What they were doing was trying to protect, in the sense that in the event that a virus came out, they would be able to, well, there's two scenarios. They'd be able to counteract that virus or weaponize that virus for their enemies. Not against us, but like say we were beefing with someone, we could
Take them out.
take them out. And it's not even just, sometimes it's not even about like killing them.
That
It's
biological
more like
weapon.
your economy crashes.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Again, we saw all kinds of repercussions
Correct.
when that time came.
I think we're still feeling the repercussions of COVID. It's in the background, you know.
I still see people wearing masks. Just
Well,
out in public.
people wore masks before COVID.
Not nearly,
Nearly as
much.
often, yeah.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in Asia, that's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think
I
they
mean,
all
that's
do.
because of how shit their
Their
air is for sure.
They
But
got bad air quality, bro.
anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Wait, hold on. The Anunnaki, are we going to talk about that?
I would talk about that.
Feel free.
He's religious, so that
Bro, we
I-
can talk about
I-
religion too.
I don't even, bro. I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
Religion?
No, the Anunnaki. Yeah.
So the Anunnaki are a bunch of like sentient beings from another galaxy or planet.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, planet Nibiru is what people think it's. Have you heard of planet Nibiru? Planet X?
It like flies close to Earth like once every like few
Planet
million
X I've
years
heard
or
of.
something.
Yeah, it's planet Nibiru. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They're one and the same.
Okay.
It's like it would be the 10th planet.
Sure.
Well,
But it's, like,
technically the 9th because
super
Pluto
hidden.
doesn't exist anymore.
Man, you don't gotta say fuck Pluto.
Okay, so it'd be like the 10th planet, and eventually they come closer. But like from what the Emerald tablets,
The Thoth.
yes,
Yeah.
explain is that these beings came here, and man was here, but they helped evolve man. They did experiments on man,
Mm-hmm.
and they utilize man to be essentially their slaves, to mine gold, because gold is like a super like
They needed it to like clean their air because their planet had like very shitty air quality.
correct. They mine gold. What is that? Is that your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They would have slaves mine gold. I mean, I don't know if
this is on the 10th planet in our solar system.
they left their planet
Because
to-
their air quality was so bad.
and they needed resources.
Yeah.
So they use gold to like essentially
Like clean their
power their stuff, their equipment. But anyways, long story short, that's where like all these different deities from all these different cultures, because the Anunnaki split off. They don't all look the same, and that's why we don't look the same. Like the Africans look different than the
Sure.
Asians. It's almost like we're different species, but we're the same species.
Mm.
So they put their claws in us, experimented on us, and created. And I'm not saying this like I believe it. I'm just saying it's pretty interesting.
It is. It's pretty wild, bro. I love listening to this.
I guess where does this come from? What is the why is it a conspiracy theory?
It's a conspiracy theory because it would refute the Bible. It would contradict the Bible.
correct.
And actually, some of those the stories in the Bible, according to what's taught in the Emerald Tablets, you know,
What up, Kyle?
I would have to send you a video.
Kyle always pops in when I need him, man.
Yeah. Kyle's like, oh, talking about religion? Let's go.
But I guess what I'm saying is like what like again where does it come from? Where's the any kind of credibility?
The Emerald Tablets. I mean, they're a real thing. It's whether you believe them or not.
100%. And
I mean, I haven't personally seen the Emerald Tablets, so
well, again, I don't even know what
there's
the
a
Emerald
guy.
Tablets
His name
are.
is Billy Carson. He goes into this stuff.
I know Billy Carson's like a nut. So whenever you say Billy Carson,
Kyle said,
I don't
"Are we
know,
going
bro.
Billy Carson 2.0?"
Bro,
Yeah.
I love Billy Carson. I don't give a damn. Like,
he's interesting, bro.
he's got some different ideas.
I don't believe his shit. Like it's not that I believe him. I just find he's entertaining, bro.
He is.
Sure.
He's got
No.
wild
I'm
ideas.
all ears for the, to hear it out. It's just something I'm generally not familiar
So
with.
like, again, we always talk about religion and we have differences. I think from a probability standpoint, from like science and whatnot, I would think the idea that the Anunnaki is more believable than that there's this super sentient being that knows everything and sees everything and creates everything.
You think that's more believable?
That's more believable than
people from
I'm not saying that I believe it. So like I'm just saying from like I'm a very like what's the word I'm looking for? Logical guy.
Yeah.
I think there being another species that is superior than us that came here and developed us is more probable than there being this like
But what if?
God, Akasha, Allah, whatever, who created everything, sees everything, knows everything.
What if, like, God created the Anunnaki too? What if that was
that could be another layer to it. Yeah,
'Cause, I mean,
absolutely.
if that wound
Well,
up
but then you'd be
happening-
believing both things.
I know. I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm also not saying that God is impossible and Jesus is impossible.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's less probable. Impossible and less probable are two different distinctions.
No, definitely.
You know?
I'm not educated enough on what you guys are talking about to, dispute that directly. But no, I find that I find your claim a little bit wild because
you have faith in what you believe in.
yeah, well, sure, but also
It's faith.
I get
You
that.
don't have anything to see.
Then who created the Anunnaki?
Anunnaki.
It could have been God, bro.
We don't
Okay,
know.
so-
we don't know.
Okay, so then it all goes back to
One higher power.
God.
No, I agree. Like,
So-
I do believe in God. Y'all believe in God?
Of course,
I have a belief
Of
in God.
course.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if I totally understand God, but I have a belief in it.
So yeah, saying that some different beings on a planet that we can see, like again, the planet X is something that whether it comes around how often, like we can see the planets in our solar system, and I think there'd be plenty of evidence
What
of
if
that.
the government doesn't want us to know about it?
I mean,
Then they could just write it out of the
I
history.
guess, bro. I mean,
You know what I mean?
the government doesn't want you to know the Earth's flat, right?
They don't
Right.
write
That-
what's going
Right.
on with
I
COVID.
mean, like know.
that to me is for why. Like why? What does the government and all these other things?
Same with the truth about anything,
No. There's a completely different. It's completely different. You're taking away everyone's fucking beliefs for centuries. Okay, that covering up that is
the people
makes sense.
People would love to do that. They would love it. A lot of people in the government would love it if they could disprove Christianity or
I
any
don't know
religion.
about that. I
They
think
would
they-
No, I didn't say they wouldn't love it. I said I can understand why you would protect that. I don't understand what is there to gain by hiding the fact that the Earth is flat. I mean, I'm not saying that it is a fact.
What is there to gain?
There's nothing to gain from that.
Well,
I don't think the Earth would be flat anyways.
I
a lot
got
of
you.
religious people believe that the Earth was flat a long time ago.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
what?
Wait, no.
Hold on. Are you
Absolutely.
talking about like before we realized it was like a
It
spirit?
went against the church. When they
Pee, bro.
when they discovered
pee.
when they discovered that the Earth, or at least when the first astronomers thought that the Earth was not flat, that went against religion at the time.
Right, because the
Earth is the center of everything, is what they thought.
Right.
And so, in the same sense that, like, the church spoke out against that, and like people, I don't know if they were killed or prosecuted or what exactly,
Right.
but it went against religion at that time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you think about, so with how religion winds up working back then, I mean, if you went against anything that they said, then they just said it was against their religion. I don't know. It's hard to say realistically. I got pissed now. It's my turn to piss now.
Oh, sorry, boys. I'm drinking. I'm drinking a little too much. Whew. Tell your girl to chill out. All right.
I was gonna say something. I'm glad I didn't. Fair enough. We do got to keep it going though.
Bro, we're cooking. You have something going on tonight? Just be honest.
I mean, like eventually, but also, we're on second bullet point of phase 2.
All right, is that all we're at? Oh, damn.
Yes.
Well, we shouldn't have put conspiracy theories that soon. That's like the.
I mean, we would have been riding with it regardless. But now this is a good time to continue, since it's you and I. All right, so we got the bet going on, the different finals points. You're currently up 1 because you had a big second round. You picked the Pacers. I did think that was a bold move at the time.
That's the third round.
The third round.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. Not same thing, but you know what I mean.
You had a good first round. We had an even second round, and then I had a good third round.
Correct. That being said, if the Nuggets could have pulled it off, I would have been up big.
Yeah, it would have been insurmountable. I would have had to pick
or if the Pacers could have just won one game earlier, 1 game later, we would have been tied. And so I will say you did have the grace to let me pick the outcome.
Yes.
So to go for the tie, and I did choose the Thunder in 6 games.
I got Thunder in 5.
And the fact that the Pacers stole one makes my prediction look a little bit better. But at the same time, let's say they take game 2, all of a sudden, it's
you lose either way.
So mine has to hit, or you win. So you get the benefit of not just the field, but I mean, I guess somehow if the Thunder win 4 in a row, then you have only one.
You only have one scenario where you win.
Correct. So I'm rooting specifically on the games for that. Otherwise, I owe you the dinner, which it's all good.
Then we could just call it a wash with the dinner I owe you, and then we just go out to dinner.
That's fine.
Does that sound fair?
That's fine.
That's fair.
I mean, overall, yes, because you can spend as much at the Juicy as you could on a steak dinner, I guess.
Yeah. We don't have to go to Juicy. We go get a steak. I like a steak.
I do too. I do love some seafood as well.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the Hallie? Halliburton?
Bro.
Halle Berry?
How many times is he gonna do it?
He can't keep getting away with this.
That shit's actually crazy.
Are you watching?
Yeah.
And also, is he gonna finish him off, bro?
Bro, isn't it ironic?
You got to be afraid with a 12-point lead, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter of a basketball game.
Rated by his peers as the most overrated player in basketball, and he's just balling on these fuck boys.
This might be the most clutch, series of clutch performances in the playoffs in NBA history.
It's possible.
Is it? I mean, is it not? Is there anyone else? Who has done this? I think he has 3 or 4 game tying or winning shots
if you're
in the last
if
3 seconds.
if you're talking about like just buzzer beaters and clutch points, yes, he's probably got the best like playoff run ever. But if you're talking about like, bro, Jimmy Butler has better playoff runs than him.
Better playoff performances, I would say. Like overall, like he only scored like 16 points in that last game.
Correct.
But he just clutched up.
Clutched up. Bron, plenty. Jordan, plenty. D Wade has plenty. Like there's better performances.
But as far as clutch,
just like
when it matters, you got to hit the shot. He does. It's fucking insane. If he does another one, bro,
and wins it,
he's
he might be the goat. He might be the goat light skin. He might take Steph Curry out.
Wait, you think the Pacers are going to win?
I think the Pacers are going to do it, man.
You know, although I do got money on the Thunder, I would be kind of happy.
I don't trust the Thunder to do it.
The Thunder are juggernauts, bro. They're literally. I mean, honestly, they went to Game 7 against the Nuggets, but the Nuggets are a fucking championship team. Period.
Yeah,
they don't have the depth that they had from their championship, but they have the same key components from their starting lineup from their championship run.
Nuggets,
and they have the best player in basketball.
That's
so.
True.
And it took them to Game 7. It is what it is.
Have the Pacers been taken to Game 7?
Yeah.
Did
no.
they go to Game 7 at either of the
No. They whooped Milwaukee's ass.
Yeah, they did.
They kind of whooped Cleveland's ass. Yeah. And then they whooped the Knicks' ass. They've been underdogs. Honestly, they might have been.
Hasn't gone to a Game 7.
They might have been underdogs against the Bucks.
I think so too.
And if they weren't, it was only because Dame was injured going into that series. Yeah. I didn't have the Pacers winning that.
I think the Pacers win it all, bro. There's no other way.
I think both of us took, except for you in the last round, and I think you just did that because of Greg. I think both of us bet against the Pacers in every round besides you in the last one.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. At least it's going to be a good final.
Yeah, no, I literally picked the Pacers just because of Greg.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know you did.
Fuck Greg. I should send this to Greg. Fuck Greg.
That's crazy.
Fuck the Knicks.
That's crazy.
Greg.
No. If you understood, it's like if you grew up with a Bengals fan or a Steelers fan.
Honestly, I hate the Bengals more than I hate the Steelers. I can respect the Steelers, but
because they're a winning organization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They know how to win. The Bengals know how to lose.
Yeah. Well, my one of my best friends, he's a Jets and Knicks fan. Yeah, you know.
Guy.
Exactly.
Man,
he's still preying on his downfall.
Dude, fuck Greg. I'm sending this to Greg right now. Fuck Greg. I hope he knows that I said fuck him.
Well, if he's listening, he knows.
Nah, I didn't send it to him earlier, so I'm gonna have to repeat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repeat it. But anyways, let's keep it going. Halliburton's balling. Are you okay, bro?
Balling. No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna keep it going. If I can get my mouse to fucking work. Come on. All right, then we're back. Yo, you rat bastard.
You're the one who put that on there.
No, I didn't.
Rewind the tape. I'll bet you.
I did not. I did not.
House for house. How much you want to bet?
House for house.
For house.
Fuck you. I don't want your house. My house was built in 06. Your house was built in fucking 1942. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
No, you absolutely took that
from
the get-go.
Did I?
I didn't call it out because I was okay with it. I allowed it.
You allowed it. I need permission, motherfucker. That's what I need. I need permission.
No, you straight up did take it. Surprise.
Okay. All right. Where are we at?
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
It's just
all
like
right.
the The applause after.
Watch.
Yo.
Watch. This is Mr. Phoenix, and this is The Watch. We usually discuss hot takes, major gossip, rumors, and whatnot. Well, guess what? The Carter 6 dropped today, and there's a lot of controversy. I'm drunk.
Controversial.
I'm gonna have a drink. Hold on.
Das.
And before I speak, I'm gonna have another drink. Carter 6 is out, and I'm only 8 tracks in, 8 tracks in, and it's getting a lot of hate. And I think it's getting a lot of hate from like new age. Like people are like, "Oh, the beats are horrible," and that Wayne's washed and this and that. But like honestly, it's pretty good.
So far, so good from
So-
what I've
Yeah,
listened to.
I mean, it's just Wayne. Wayne's still doing Wayne things. It's not like he evolved into something completely different. I mean,
Correct.
his style of rapping might be outdated. Like if Juicy J dropped an album today, I
Right.
mean, I'm sure he's still gonna rap like he normally raps.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of which, I might be going to that concert, 3-6 Mafia, next week.
Oh, really?
It's $150. The Tone selling tickets,
Ooh.
and we get the fire pit and like our own little VIP section.
Really?
Yeah, $150. It's Juicy J and Yellow Wolf. I mean, so far it's me and David, possibly Zay.
Yeah.
You got $150.
We don't get any friends and family.
No,
That
no.
is the friends and family discount.
Yeah, he's not. I inquired about it, then David inquired about it, and then Zay inquired about it. I'm not like a huge 3-6 Mafia fan, but I want to go to the Ford Amphitheater.
Yeah.
And-
I bet it's a good time.
I bet it's a good time, and like, that's the first act I've seen at the Ford Amphitheater
That you're even interested in
even
going.
remotely interested.
What was that one that we
Gizzard, Lizard, Wizard.
The wizard.
Oh, y'all saw the lizard?
No.
No, no, absolutely not.
No,
I'm like, what the fuck is
No,
that,
we
bro?
just-
You know what the wizard, lizard,
Yeah,
gizzard?
bro.
What is it?
Bro, they're Australian.
Crikey, Mike.
Crocky. Yeah, dude, they're a fucking Australian man. They're
Go-
fucking sick.
Fair enough. We're not even trying to shit on them. It's just the name, like King.
Bro, they got a
King
Gizzard and the
Lizard
lizard
Wizard,
Yeah.
and the Glizzard Wizards. Like that's just crazy work.
Yo, but on a real note, Australians be putting out some wild alternative music these days.
Yo,
The Parcels. There's another band out there, but anyways, solid groups.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a little buzzed right now,
Dude, you got the whole boot. That's why
and I'm not even.
surprised.
I gotta.
You got at least one of them beers down.
One of them, bro. The boot keeps going though.
Yeah. Come on, brother. No pressure.
Damn, dog. We didn't tell
He's
you to
about
kill it.
But he's about it. That's what he was doing.
Oh
Back in
god.
Florida.
Oh my
That's how he
lord.
earned the fucking boot right there. That was majestic.
Wow.
Majestic as fuck.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm actually thoroughly impressed. I'm surprised you're like, I'm lit. I'm lit. And then you're like, go.
I'm
go,
about
go,
to
go,
be-
go. Fuck, just chug 2 beers.
I'm about to be fucked up, bro. This is a problem. Continue. Let's go down the list.
Most interesting mythology.
Yeah, what mythology are you into?
Bro, so I like Egyptian mythology.
Love it.
That's a good
Who's
one.
your favorite Egyptian god?
Thoth.
And I'm not talking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bro, I think
Raw.
well,
No,
I mean
it's-
Thoth was one of the
It's
Egyptian
Obelisk
gods,
the Tormentor by far. No,
but
Oh,
who was it? I think
Thoth is not.
he's Egyptian.
Is he Egyptian?
He's Egyptian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. He's one of the Egyptian gods. He was what was he? The god of writing, wisdom, magic, balance.
You know what I love that you actually used the sheet and fucking wrote notes.
Yeah.
That's fucking kudos, bro.
I appreciate y'all.
That's fucking.
I'm glad y'all gave me this because I was like looking up all these things. I was like, yo, this is what I'm about right now. But, I mean, Thoth and then Prometheus. Was it Prometheus? Do you know
Okay.
the
Alien
Jim?
movie?
No.
That's exactly
movie's
that's what
dope,
I
though.
was thinking.
That movie is dope. But Prometheus was the god who stole fire from the Greek gods and gave it to humanity. And then the Greek gods got mad at him for doing such a heinous crime that they chained him to a mountain, and an eagle pecked at him every day of his life as punishment.
Yes.
Yes, so that was Prometheus' story, I believe. And then there was another.
That's Greek.
Is
Yeah.
it Greek? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Greek.
That
That's
one's
not
Greek.
Egyptian.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That one's Greek.
Yeah.
But
That's a terrible way to. Prometheus has the ability
you-
to see like the future, right? Like to predict things.
honestly, I don't even know.
He does. He
Does he?
does. Yes. And he basically told Zeus, he like tried to put Zeus on game,
Mhm.
from my understanding.
Mhm.
He tried to put Zeus on game, like, yo, this is gonna happen, blah blah blah. He's like, all right, fuck you.
To the rock.
Yeah. Get pecked by an eagle every day. It eats his heart.
But doesn't he get free at one point? At some point, I think
something
he
like
gets
that.
freed.
It's kind of like Mimir in Norse mythology.
I don't know a lot of Norse mythology.
You know who Thor is. You know who
Well, I know
Loki
Thor.
is.
Everybody knows that.
You know who Odin is.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean,
You ever heard of
MCU
Freya?
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 Is that his sister?
No, this is his. That's Zeus's. Not Zeus. Odin's wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they have that in the MCU movies?
No. Well, yeah. Freya's in the movie.
Thor's mom.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
But anyways, my favorite mythology
Mm.
has to be Greek mythology. I do enjoy Egyptian mythology. Damn, I just fucking killed a boot. All right,
Killed it,
all right.
You smacked that boot, bro. I
yeah,
couldn't believe it.
Bro, you don't even know who I am, bro. You don't know who I used to be. Keg stand champ, bro.
Keg staying champ.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's
I
beautiful.
But anyways, what the fuck was I saying?
Yo, mythology.
Oh.
Greek mythology.
Yeah. So I do like Egyptian mythology, Anubis, Ra.
Mhm.
There's all kinds of cool stuff in Egyptian mythology, and there's a lot of people that think that Egyptian mythology is the first mythology.
Mhm.
God damn, bro. I need water. I get a nigga get some water.
He needs to chug a boot of water.
I need water, bro. This shit got me. I got
Bro,
caught
you
in
need
my.
water and bread. Like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna be all right. I haven't eaten dinner.
Bro, you
yet.
ain't eating dinner?
I haven't eaten since 2:00.
And you finished that book?
Oh, bro.
Yo.
I ate right before I came here.
Yeah, no.
What'd you eat?
Just some wings.
Some wings?
Why are you culturally appropriating with wangs? It couldn't be wings. It had to be wangs.
Some wings.
Wangs,
You got them wangs, y'all. But yeah, Greek mythology, because my favorite mythological creature is
Cerberus.
Do you know what my name is on this?
Phoenix, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm Mr. Phoenix.
Bro, I didn't
That
even
is Greek
put two and two.
mythology?
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say I also put down Greek mythology. I'm not. It's been a while since I've actually studied or learned.
Who's your
about it.
favorite god?
In Greek mythology?
Yeah.
Probably Poseidon.
I like
Okay.
that answer.
Probably
I like
God
that
of the
answer.
Sea. I mean,
Yeah. I pray to Poseidon every time I go on a boat.
Yo, so I think that Thoth and Hermes are the same god,
I've heard that theory.
even though that's from two different mythologies. When the Egyptian reign ended and we were in the Greek reign of life, I believe that Thoth was Hermes. And was it Hermes Trismegistus? I think there was a book. Anyways, I'm getting off topic a little bit on that. But I think they're the same individual or the same god, if you would.
So in a lot of mythologies and religions, I shouldn't call them mythologies, religions. Let's be respectful. There's a Jesus-like deity
Mhm.
or character
Mhm.
in a bunch of different religions.
Mhm.
So it's almost like a retelling of the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
But honorable mention for Greek gods, although he's not like a big god in like real Greek mythology, but in modern age retelling of Greek mythology, Kratos. I name my dog after Kratos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's the dog of war.
What about movies?
So, what's the best movie that depicts said mythology?
Bro, as far as like Egyptian mythology, I don't even know. I can't even think of one. Maybe The Mummy. I love the movie The Mummy in general.
Bro, I didn't even think about that.
But
The
I
Mummy
mean,
is dope.
It is. Brendan Fraser killed it.
back in the day, that was like the action hero I wanted to be
Be,
when I was
yeah,
a kid,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he was a beautiful man, and he's badass, and
Damn right.
yeah. Are you in the MCU?
Yes.
Are you into,
Yeah.
did you watch Moon Knight?
I watched some of it. I watched the first season.
Well, Moon Knight is all Egyptian mythology.
Yeah.
You know,
I forget what god he made the deal with, but I watched that episode. I was kind of drinking.
that's like one of the best MCU shows. Period.
That was the only of the MCU shows that I watched.
Bro, you
I
gotta
didn't
watch
watch any of
Loki, bro. You're tripping.
I didn't watch that one.
You're
I didn't
tri-
care to watch
either.
it.
You're tripping. Loki's fire.
Bro, I did not care to watch that one.
What about you? What's your favorite Greek? You say
Movie?
Hercules.
So I did
Disney's-
put that as an
Di-
honorable
Di-
mention. Clash of the Titans. It's been a while. It's
that's
been
a
a
good
while.
one, bro.
It's been
Yeah,
a while
that's
for sure.
that's my fucking pick too.
Was Clash of the
Yeah,
Titans.
absolutely. And Hercules was my honorable
And
mention.
yes, I literally have. Those are the two I have written down right here.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. The only thing I didn't like about Clash of the Titans is
The new one or the old one?
the new one. The new one.
Okay.
Clash of the Titan and Wrath of the Titans.
Mhm.
The one that has Liam Neeson as
Oh,
Odin.
Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah.
I said Odin. Yeah, I gotta get some water,
You
bro.
do need some water.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not normally this inebriated, and I'm gonna be worse in about 15 minutes when this hits me.
When the boot hits.
Yeah, I want to have more of the fucking will it, but I'm not. I can't afford. I got to work tomorrow, bro.
You gotta work
I
tomorrow?
got responsibilities.
God dang. I'm glad I'm in service.
But yeah, let's keep it moving. Chili, stop texting your bitch.
Oh, this is a good one. You gotta get your water though if we're gonna get into this one.
Ooh.
The next one, yeah, you gotta be locked in.
I'm locked in.
You just said you needed water. Go get it real quick.
All right, I'll get some water. I'll be back. Be right back, boys and girls.
BRB, y'all.
Hey, can you continue
Yes.
We'll keep it rolling. All right, bro. So why you like corn nuts?
Bro, it's the most superior of all the snacks. The only
This
bad
podcast
part,
is brought to you by corn nuts.
ranch flavored.
Man, let me hit a couple of these.
Bro, go ahead and get some of them things, man.
Bro, they chew so loud, bro.
They really do.
So loud.
I've been chewing on these suckers like through the podcast, and I know y'all can hear me. I know the audience can hear me. I don't care. They're delicious. How do they taste right now?
They're solid.
They're fucking solid, bro. Who doesn't love some fucking corn nut ranch flavored? I convinced my girlfriend's son that these were the more superior of the corn nuts. So I took him to the gas station one day and we got these. I was like, bro, you just need corn nuts, ranch flavored. He agreed with me. What are you doing? Who are you talking to right now?
I'm texting my mother.
Your mother? Hi, Mom. What
Hi, Mom.
What are you telling her right now?
I love her.
Shout out to my mom. Love you as well.
Nice.
Bro, let's talk
Let's
about
go to-
another subject.
Yeah. Let's talk about how deep down I run the service department.
It wouldn't go on without you. You're actually, I think, out of everyone who has been in sales, you're the longest one sitting at that desk. And I know because they always sit next to me.
Yeah.
Chandra was awesome. She was cool. Abby was you're my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be.
You have to be because I talk to you the most out of all of them. But there
You don't really have a choice. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to the right of me, I got Patrick.
You guys make so much more money than I do.
We probably.
You
I'm
guys
not gonna
make
lie to you.
You
I'm
guys
not
make
gonna lie to
a dumb amount of money compared to what I do. I'm just happy to be there.
Bro, you just
I
get
make
to experience
fine
Mr.
money for
Wells.
what I need to. You know what I mean? But
You're there for the experience.
yeah, just to watch the Mr. Wells.
They
so
come
funny.
in for just to yell at people. I love that. They're my favorite customers. You know what's crazy though? In service, if you have a customer who's fucking pissed off and you make them happy, they will wind up becoming your favorite, or you will wind up they will become one of the best service department customers. If you fix their one problem,
Yeah.
they always become the best customers. There was this one guy when I worked at Volkswagen. His name was Andre. He had a bad experience, a real bad experience. He came, talked to the manager, and then he became one of the lifers for that Volkswagen dealership. He always went in there. But it started off as a bad experience and became a great experience. That dude spent so much money fixing his 06 GLI. That I was like, bro, why are you still fixing this? And then he wound up
Let
buying
it go,
another one.
bro.
I think he kept it. He might be gone with it now, but he kept it for years. It had like damn near close to 300,000 miles on it. And I was like, that is insane to me.
Yeah.
He always kept it working, though, kept it running. Religious on his oil changes, his maintenance, all of that. He was a great customer.
People are like that.
He was a great customer. Shout out Andre Padilla.
All right. Well, I think this next one is a really good one. I think we'll spend some good time.
Yes.
Mount Rushmore of clutch sports moments.
I'll go first. I'll take the floor while I still have some
Well, you still
coherence.
can.
I got one moment I think you'll agree with, but you go ahead. Start it.
All right. So in my mouth, so it's going to be kind of like, I don't want to say one-sided in the sense that like, I really only watch, God damn it. Why did I not think of my other sport that I really enjoy?
Well, say your
Lacrosse.
first one.
Huh?
Fucking Bert, dude.
God, so there's 3 sports that I really watch.
Mhm.
And that's football,
Mhm.
basketball,
Yeah.
MMA.
and UFC.
Bro, I was about to go all 3 of those.
And I didn't
think of MMA.
I didn't walk into this thinking MMA. I don't know why I didn't, but now I have to.
That's fine.
So I have to change where I was going with this. But first and foremost, since we're talking about MMA right now, I'm going to go with Kamaru Usman knocking out Jorge Masvidal. It was the most beautiful knockout I had ever seen. It transcends knockouts. It was beautiful. It's the funny thing about Usman. He became one of my favorite fighters after he beat one of my favorite fighters. Like, actually, I hated him because he beat one of my favorite fighters. But
Yeah.
eventually, I learned to love the dude. I hated him when he beat Woodley because Woodley was like my second or third favorite fighter at the time. But I'll say Usman knocking out Masvidal is on my Mount Rushmore.
I don't find that clutch, though. I find Leon Edwards knocking out Usman clutch because that was less than a minute left in the 5th round.
That is clutch.
That he was getting his ass beat.
That is clutch. Is Masvidal knocking out Askren clutch?
No, not clutch. It's spectacular.
Well, the reason why I think it's clutch is because there was a lot of criticism for Usman's ability to punch. It was all about
Sure.
he's just a wrestler.
Sure.
He just hugs guys and mauls them. The fact that, or submits them. He knocked out a guy who's
A striker.
a prolific striker, not just a striker. That's what he does. That's what he's known for, punching people. Like he used to do like street brawls in Miami. Like that's what he is.
Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, but that was in the second round. I just don't find it clutch.
All right. I feel you. So then we'll continue back to our regularly timed
Scheduled
program. Yes. All right. So back to the sports that really matter. NFL. David Tyree.
I got that one.
Catching.
Thought about it. The helmet catch.
That helmet catch, that changed everything because
The 3rd and 15, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ruined the fucking Patriots.
perfect season
Yeah.
and kept the Dolphins' perfect season alive.
Anyways, the Ravens almost beat them that year.
Almost don't count. What the fuck?
I remember
Who
that
fucking
game.
talks about almost?
I was
Almost
pissed
doesn't pay
during
the
that
bills.
game.
Who fucking talks about almost?
Because I was watching that game and I was fucking pissed.
Anyways, the Giants did us a favor. So shout out to the Giants. Shout out to Eli, who beat Tom twice. That's a feat that no one else has done.
Except Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick.
No. Twice. I said twice. No one else has done it twice.
Either way.
Plenty of people beat him twice.
We're talking about on the grand stage.
Okay.
Yes, grand stage.
Sure.
That's the stage that matters the most, right?
Sure.
Unless you're in the AFC and Joe Flacco beat you twice to get there. Anyways, I'm past it.
Anyways, let's keep it going.
I'm gonna keep it going.
So David Tyree's catch,
Super clutch.
it resonates. It sends vibrations through the entire NFL, universe.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go with another NFL play. Game-winning kick from a known sex offender, Justin Tucker.
Oh no, I knew the minute you said that.
66 yards, breaking the NFL record. And the beauty of it is that it hit the crossbar and bounced in. Let's go.
That was kind of like Halliburton's shot. In a way.
Yes. Very similar.
Like, and this
Yeah,
is
it is.
boom, but then it goes in because it could very well have gone.
Anyway,
Yeah.
could have gone out.
Just ask
All
the
right.
Bears. The doinks don't always go your way.
Oh, that's so rude.
And
Sorry, Chicago.
then basketball. I have to go basketball. I know I mentioned Kamaru Usman, and we're gonna move that. We're gonna take him off. He's not on there.
Okay.
On there. We're gonna take him off there. So right now I got two football players. I got Justin Tucker and I got David Tyree. Okay. I have to go with Dame time against OKC. That shot against Paul in front of Paul George was
in his face.
in his face to end the fucking series, bro.
From deep.
Like we're talking like fucking 38 feet, bro.
Yeah.
Like who does that? Dame time. Dame.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's Dame time. And then last but not least, before I give the last but not least honorable mention, LeBron James block. That's clutch. The reason why I don't put it on there because it didn't score. It wasn't a score, but it is important.
It's just clutch sports moments.
It's important, but it doesn't have the same weight that a score would. So that's why I didn't put it on the list. I mean, that's an iconic. It stopped the greatest single season team from winning
the championship.
Yeah.
I agree. No, that's
Yeah.
clutch. It's not. You don't have to score to be clutch.
I know.
It can be defensive.
Yeah.
And that's
You know,
why.
Malcolm Butler.
And that that
That's clutch right there.
that is huge. So it was either Justin Tucker or Malcolm Butler
Yeah,
that I was going to do for that.
bro. That play pissed me off so much. I was going for the Seahawks. I did not want the.
I did not want the Seahawks to win.
I didn't want the.
That's when I became a Tom Brady fan
bro.
because I couldn't stand Richard Sherman's
I got a
bitch
Richard
ass.
Sherman jersey at home.
Yeah,
That's
fuck that.
the only other jersey I have that's not a Ravens.
Fuck
jersey.
him, bro.
He talks
The way he was yelling at that fucking reporter, talking shit about Michael Crabtree.
Would
I
you
didn't-
try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree?
Iconic, bro.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Beautiful.
And he's such an intellectual. Like, it's crazy that he was such a dick.
Yeah,
And he's such
the moment.
He's such an intellectual.
Bro, he was such a dick to Skip
Bayless. Yeah,
I love it. I love that.
Well, he destroyed Skip Bayless, but that's
I
not
think I'm
it.
more successful than you.
But number one in my heart, in my soul, and in the universe,
No brainer.
Ray Allen.
I got it.
All of us have that.
Ray Allen. That shot.
Oh my
What?
God.
Bang!
Bro.
Bang! That shit was fucking
Bosch with
crazy.
the rebound out to Ray Allen. Ray Allen 3. Bang!
Yes!
Oh!
Bro, that shit gives me chills when I fucking watch
That's
it.
the best call of all time, too, by a sports announcer, in my opinion.
Bro, it was so phenomenal. I remember sitting on the couch watching that game, seeing that shot. I lost
Because
my
they
fucking mind.
lost. They lose that. They lose the finals.
You know what I love about that moment is that Ray Allen, when they're about to go to commercial break, you could see his lips, and he's saying, "Get those fucking ropes off the fucking court,"
Because they're bringing
they're bringing them out because they thought the San Antonio Spurs won.
Yeah,
that shit, like I'm getting chills right now.
bro, I'm getting chills right now.
Just thinking about it. Like I was like, "Yo, fuck them,
bro,"
and fuck the fans that fucking left early." Like
trying to get back in on.
Yo, Chris Anderson was on that team.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was going for the Heat that year because Chris Anderson was there.
Yo, fuck the Spurs. No, I love Popovich. Fuck Ginobili.
Yo, fuck Ginobili for real though.
Yo.
When I was growing up,
Why
I
you
used
say
to hate
fuck,
that.
man?
I hate that motherfucker.
Yo, fuck Ginobili.
All
And
right,
Tony Parker.
Anyway,
I like
what's your
Kawhi.
list?
Bro, all right. So I did have David Tyree. I did have Game 6 with fucking Ray Allen. Now, one for me that was to my heart. So I was at this game. It was the Mile High Miracle when Joe Flacco threw it up to Jacoby Jones on the 20.
Classic.
It was beautiful.
Loved it, bro.
I was there.
Loved
I
it.
was like row 16. Me and my mom were at the game, and we were just sitting there in disbelief. I thought we were losing. I can't say I didn't lose hope because I was like, damn, we about to lose right now. But he threw that ball, and literally the whole entire stadium went silent. You could hear only the Ravens fans, and there were few and far between. It was me and my mom, and then there was like a few other ones just scattered throughout.
Love that moment. Gosh. Oh, man.
Dude,
that's
it was
so good.
so every time. So I watched NFL Network, and they'll play that play, for whatever reason they want to end up playing it. And my kids will be sitting there eating breakfast, whatever. I'm like, guys, I was there. They're like, Dad, we fucking know. You've told us a million times. But it's one of the most iconic plays in my life, and I was there to witness it. It's like 49ers fans and the catch 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was for me.
Yeah, what, Candlestick?
Yeah, I think I know that they were against the
Either
Cowboys.
the first one was at Candlestick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was against the Cowboys. Were both of them against the Cowboys?
They wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me either. It was either the 49ers or the fucking Cowboys back in those days.
What's your last one?
Bro, I have Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
That was in my decision making. That was just poor coaching.
It was.
If I'm the
that's why I
coach,
didn't choose it.
if I'm the coach, I'm picking beast mode to run.
Yeah, dude.
If I'm Pete Carroll, I fire myself after that game.
100%. They
Because
should
you
have
should
fired
be
him.
I fire
You should
myself.
be ashamed,
Bro,
You should
he
be
should have been let
damn
go.
ashamed, bro. I am so I don't forgive that. I don't forgive that. I don't forgive the Falcons for choking 27, 28, 25-point lead.
That is one of the most, I wouldn't say iconic moments, but like that's the greatest comeback
In all time.
in all like championship history.
Correct.
Like you don't come back from like,
The 3-1 LeBron is up there too. You could argue
that was
you
amazing.
You could argue that as far as
yeah,
like
but
series.
it's
in one game.
correct.
Yes,
Yes,
which
I
understand. Yeah,
yes, the
Like, one
LeBron.
of the most iconic series of all time, for sure.
There's no debating that. Like coming back 3-1 against the best single season team ever
Mhm.
is kind of crazy. They won the year before, and then they had a 73-9 record.
Mhm.
Fucking nuts.
What was the Bulls' record?
One game less.
Okay.
72
was,
and 10.
So
72.
I
They
get-
had single digit losses, bro.
That's so wild.
The first team to ever do
But it
single digit
pisses
loss.
me off, bro, because the Falcons literally could have taken a knee every single play and they would have won that game.
Yes.
Like it just that's as much of that's a great comeback. That is the biggest collapse of all time.
You know what's even crazier is Kyle Shanahan was on that team.
Yeah, he's the
He was the
goat. He's the
offensive-
goat of collapses in the Super Bowl.
Which is so fucking crazy because
The
growing
Chiefs and the
up here,
Niners
dude,
twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Growing up here back in the 90s, you had Mike Shanahan winning the Super Bowls, both those Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos. And, Shanahan's name in Colorado was one of the biggest names. I think there was that restaurant for Shanahan, too. Does he have a restaurant?
Yes, he does. He has a couple.
Yeah.
Shanahan's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's in Denver.
you can't have that
Really?
in, like, another state. You can only have that in Denver because he was the coach that won them back-to-back Super
Yeah.
Bowls.
Definitely.
But his
All
son
right.
couldn't do shit.
All
Let
right,
me let me lay it down because I got mine now. All right.
I bet you
Obviously, the
Chiefs
Ray Allen. We've all talked
we all
about
have
it.
to, yeah.
Super clutch, arguably the most clutch,
Shot ever.
iconic shot of
Bang!
of NBA Finals history. This one you guys probably, I don't even know if you know this one, but Christian Laettner, Duke Blue Devils in Sweet 16 against Kentucky. Grant Hill, there's probably like 1 second. Grant Hill throws a full court pass to him. He catches the ball, turns, shoots, scores. They end up winning the national championship that year. Look it up. That shot is crazy. I wasn't alive when it happened, but my mom went to Duke, and it's one of the most iconic, simply one of the most iconic clutch performances.
That wasn't that exciting though.
No.
Like it's clutch. It's a free throw. It's from the free throw line.
Watch the whole game. That shit.
I
shit's
get the buildup. I'm just seeing it from there.
And also clutch.
How much time was
that's
left on that one?
That was the game. That was a
it
walk
was a
off.
walk off. Yeah.
Yeah, it was done.
Minneapolis Miracle.
That was a great one. Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that was
Absolutely,
great.
especially because the Vikings. Granted, they didn't go on to win anything, but
I thought
but if
about
anything,
that one.
that blocked the Saints from winning. So many times the Saints got blocked from winning or at least going to a Super
LA
Bowl.
Rams.
The no call interference.
Yeah, which was blatant. Which that sparked that one rule for you could review.
Pass interference, and then they took it away.
Yep. The following year after that.
And then easily the most clutch sports moment of all time, the game that I was at, the 13-second comeback.
That's amazing.
13 like it's insane. It's insane. You have 13 seconds from your own 20 or maybe it was 25-yard line at that point to get into field goal range, and 2 plays. He hits Tyreek Hill quick. Perfect play called by Andy Reid. Gets 19 yards. Travis Kelce down the seam. Timeout. Harrison Butker. They get the ball back. The rest is history. And I was at that game, bro. And that was insane.
I love that for you because I had the Mile High Miracle, and that was important to me. So I'm glad you have yours. But this proved, if Andy Reid was not the coach of the Chiefs, I don't think Mahomes has those rings.
I think they're both equally responsible for their success.
Belichick, Brady. What are we talking about?
I think Brady's more responsible. I'm not going to say that. Okay, stop. Let me before you respond. I think the first 3 Super Bowls, Belichick is just as responsible for Brady's success, and grooming him into, listen. If you don't get an opportunity to be in that situation and to be confident, then you don't build that confidence.
Sure.
So once he became the man, it was more Tom Brady than it was Bill.
Yeah, because he's got 7 rings now.
Yeah, 7 rings.
He did.
Three rings is responsible by Bill.
Yeah, 4 of them for Tom. Even though
I disagree with that. So you can say the only reason why you can even say that and have credibility is because Brady left and won a Super Bowl with a different team. It's the only reason you can say that. Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl without a top 10 defense. And
Not
and the
true.
defense,
Not true.
it is true.
I can literally disprove you.
Bring it
First
up.
off, the Buccaneers did not have a top 10 defense. Period. They did not.
Top 10
They did not have a
they
top
did.
10. They did not have a top.
scoring defense.
They did not have a top 10 defense. I'm not
That's
talking.
what you define a top 10 defense off of.
No, it's not
Scoring.
it's preventing scoring, or are you talking about actually scoring?
No. Yes, prevention of scoring.
They're not a top 10. Buccaneers are not a top 10.
We can look it up.
We will.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
need to
You can
now.
look it. No, you can look it up right now. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, we need to find this out. But I agree with Avery.
top.
I don't think that the Buccaneers defense was
Definitely not with the Patriots. He didn't win one.
The first 3 Super Bowls, 100% built on the defense. They had
Brady.
Malcolm Butler literally won them that game. Like, what are we even talking about?
That doesn't. One play doesn't mean that there was a top 10 defense. Just so you know.
I get that.
But the first 3 Super Bowls against, who was it? The Rams, the Panthers, and who was the other one that the Eagles?
The Eagles, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, all 3 of it. And what was it? T.O. He had a broken leg, and he played through that.
Crazy, right?
That's absolutely
crazy. And also, he was impactful too.
Yeah, it's not like he was just a bum. He had did he have touchdowns in that game? It doesn't matter. He had yards on yards on yards. So I mean, he made a difference in that game.
Yeah. Okay. Tom Brady scored 13 points in a Super Bowl and fucking won it.
You know
what are we
even
even talking about?
My son was born on that Super Bowl. My youngest son
Against the Rams.
Yeah,
really.
So he was born, and literally, I take him. I'm holding him. I'm watching the game, and I was like, "This is the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life." It was terrible. But I think that was. Did Tom Brady get the MVP that year, or was it Julian Edelman who got it that year?
He got it that year. Edelman got it, I think, against the Falcons.
That makes sense because he made that one catch.
That one catch
incredible.
that almost touched the ground.
That could also be a top 10 sports moment or on the Mount Rushmore of sports moments.
Yeah. Tom Brady, he was a defensive merchant, is what he was.
Bro, you can't say that about all of it. I mean, he managed the game.
Not all of it.
Definitely the first 3 Super Bowls, I will say, because he was still
Imagine
young.
getting 3 Super Bowls, though.
That's still insane. It's insane
Gifted
that he
to
did
you.
it. I wouldn't say gifted.
So-
They had Drew Bledsoe who couldn't do it.
So check this
He
out.
could do it. He got injured.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
What it is.
Well, hold on. I would have to investigate the Chiefs because this post is from 7 years ago. The only QBs to win a Super Bowl since 2000 without a top 10 defense are
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Peyton Manning in 2023,
Patrick Mahomes.
Breeze in 20,
Wait, you said,
Breeze in
Wait.
20.
did you say 2023?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm reading this wrong. Why did am I reading that wrong? Yeah, that's got to be wrong. So
It's got to be wrong.
yeah, sorry. I apologize. I'm not perfect. I'm drunk. There's a distinct difference. Years Tom Brady has won a Super Bowl without a top 10. He hasn't.
Exactly. So thank you.
Yeah.
He hasn't. Mahomes has, I think, twice. And then the other time he had the most drops.
So is
The
that
worst
his fault?
receiving
Is that
core.
his fault that there's
Stop it. Stop
no,
it.
I'm
you
asking-
Can't,
I'm-
you can't flip
I'm
that being
I'm
like,
asking-
That's not
I'm-
true to
I'm-
being like, oh, that's not his
I'm-
fault.
I'm
You
getting-
cannot flip that.
I'm asking you a question though. Is it his fault that the defense was
But Andy
Was
Reid
Tom
is
No,
Brady-
also
but maybe
an
we should stop
offensive-minded-
sucking his dick about
Bro.
it.
no one's sucking his dick?
Bro, Bill Belichick was a defensive-minded coach
Correct.
who also won Super Bowls
Correct. And
with
you
the
guys
Giants
are correct.
as a defensive coordinator.
Okay.
But Andy Reid was also an offensive He is an offensive coordinator.
How many Andy Reid win without Mahomes?
How many what?
How many Super Bowls Andy Reid win without Mahomes?
How many do you think Mahomes will win without Andy Reid? Andy Reid's
A
old as
couple.
dirt, bro.
At least one.
I could see one.
Couple and one are two different things.
I could
I said
see
a couple
one.
or at least one.
I could see Mahomes ending his career with 4 rings.
I can see him ending it with 7 as well.
I don't see 7.
See, the thing, it depends on how long he wants to play for. I don't know. He could retire in 5 years, or he could retire in 10. I don't know.
I don't know if Tom Brady ever had as down of years as Patrick Mahomes has had. Like Patrick Mahomes has had
as
iconic
statistically.
years.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
You need to relax.
You gotta stop, bro.
No, bro.
We guys, we gotta stop.
All right, hold on. Time out. I'm gonna
Tony, Sky Moore, McCole Hardman are the wide receivers.
No, stop.
God, give him Patrick Mahomes fucking Randy.
First
Moss.
off, time out. He didn't win a Super Bowl, Randy Moss.
He did not.
He won a season. He won a Super Bowl with fucking Deion Branch, bro.
Right. He couldn't get it done with Randy Moss. You're right.
He did it with Julian Edelman.
Bro, Randy Moss went with the 49ers to a Super Bowl and lost against the Ravens.
That was his last season.
What?
That was literally his last
a
season.
shell of himself.
I don't give a damn. He still went there as a.
He could have still balled. I don't understand why they didn't use him, bro.
Shit. If you replace where they were in their careers, Mahomes might have 12 Super Bowls. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But Mahomes, I feel like Mahomes doesn't need to try.
What do you mean?
Mahomes has the talent, bro. Brady had to prove himself. Mahomes.
So what he's trying to say, I'll tell you what he's trying to say is Brady can't run.
Yo, that's 100%. That does.
No, I'm not saying you should count it against Mahomes for being mobile, but Tom Brady was literally in the pocket. That's it. He didn't not one trick pony, but
bro, he could only throw from the pocket.
Okay, so was Peyton Manning. Like that's the pocket passer mentality. Drew Brees, like they couldn't run.
Right.
They didn't have to run. That wasn't their job.
I gotta pee again.
You know?
I don't know, bro. Like I gotta tell you, like, and I am a Patrick Mahomes hater. I won't say I'm not. I am.
We all know.
100%. 100%. But I really do believe that Patrick Mahomes is as good as he is because he and Andy Reid are like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, it's both. I'm not discrediting Andy Reid and what he's done.
And I also think
both.
that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are that era's peanut butter and jelly.
Correct. And they both had their tight end. They had Gronk and then they had Kelsey. So there are some common denominators, but it's the greatness factor between all three of them in general. Can we at least agree on that? It is. And you can't say Brady more of this or Brady more of that because no. That motherfucker had as much help as anyone ever has.
But he also took the pay cuts to have the help.
Sure, so does Mahomes in the sense that they renegotiate his contract every year.
Yeah, but I mean,
we suck Brady's dick for that, but yeah, at the same time,
Was Tom Brady ever a top 10 paid quarterback?
Sure, I mean maybe not with the Patriots, but definitely in Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah, 100% in Tampa Bay. But he won 6 out of his 7 with the Patriots.
Okay,
and he took them pay cuts so he could have the defense built around. He knew he needed a defense. I'm not going to say he didn't because he had great defenses. He always had at least a good corner or a good safety. What was David?
Again, anytime he won a Super Bowl, he had a top 10 defense.
Was he a safety?
So hold on. Let's dig into this. Let's do a deep dive. Let's do a deep dive. So Patrick Mahomes had 3,900 yards and 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions last season. Mm-hmm. Okay, because everyone's like he's fallen off. And if I look at his stats in comparison to the other years, yes, he has. Sure. He has. But
I blame Matt Nagy, but that's just me personally.
Well, we're gonna go to Tom Brady, and I'm a fan of Tom Brady, so I'm actually defending you, by the way. Let's go. Let's go into this real quick. Okay, that beats out. The first, we'd say 7, no, 8 out of the first 7 out of the first 8 seasons. That beats of Tom Brady's. And then he had a couple seasons where he hit 39. 35. So yeah, Tom Brady's had plenty of seasons where he had less than Mahomes in that season. So
The reason you feel that way is just because of how Mahomes' career started was 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards.
All right, I will admit to that. I will admit to that.
But he also adjusts to what he needs to do to win the game, which Tom Brady did as well in that sense. I will give props where props to do is that Tom Brady didn't necessarily care about the stats all the time. He cared about winning. That's a common denominator between those two quarterbacks, for sure.
Well, I mean, at one point everyone was Montana or Brady, but now we just give it to Brady because Brady got 7 rings.
It's not just that he got 7 rings.
I mean that's
it's
a huge
not.
part.
It's not just 7 rings. It's 7 rings. This is my argument with him and the Jordan LeBron debate. It's the combination of the amount of rings plus the longevity and records.
Well,
which does matter. I'm not.
Tom Brady holds like the majority of the records.
Also,
Correct.
Tom Brady did take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win a Super Bowl. Montana got the Chiefs to an AFC championship
And
game.
he got injured in that game.
He did get injured in that game. And I wish I knew that could have been.
They very well might have still lost it. That was against the Bills. That was against the Bills, and the Bills lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
Was that 94?
I don't remember the exact year, but and that's fair.
Because if it was 94, then he would have gone against the 49ers.
And that's fair. But in the same sense, if you say, oh well, Tom Brady towards the beginning of his career, they weren't throwing the ball as much. Well, okay, in the same sense that in Montana was way more susceptible to injury. They didn't protect the quarterback like they did.
No, they don't
started
protect
to
any of the players like they do now.
Correct.
So my friend says Brady took a trash team and won in 2 seasons. Hold on, let me ask. Which team I think he won in 1 season.
Yeah, it was 1 season.
That was 1 season.
It was his first season with Tampa.
Are you
that Tampa team was not trash.
Did they
have the year before?
They won 7 games, bro. They won 7 games.
Oh my God, stop it! They had a top 10 defense. They had Chris Godwin, Mike Evans,
I'm not saying
Antonio Brown, and a good offensive line.
First off, Gronk came with Brady.
That's irrelevant.
No, that's not irrelevant.
You can't say that
he took a trash team
and then added players and took a trash team. That's not how that works. You cannot use that logic. They added players. Oh, but he took a trash team. Okay, whatever.
All they added was Gronk and Brady.
It's not all they added.
Antonio Brown was added, I think, because
that was mid-season. That was mid-season. I don't think Antonio Brown made or break that season.
What the season before was that when Winston threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions? You can't just say that they took a trash team because they had very unique quarterback play.
Do you think if they had a different quarterback, they would have won the Super Bowl?
It depends.
What year was that? Was that 2020? 2021?
It was the COVID year, so 2020, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for sure. I think a bunch of quarterbacks could have done the same.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs beat the Bucs earlier that season too.
Mm-hmm.
I think if their offensive line wasn't trashed at the end of the season,
maybe
they still would have lost. But
hold on. The Buccaneers won 7 games that season. The season before Brady won.
Gotcha.
So,
do you have a charger over there?
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss too.
Yeah.
But continue.
So my biggest thing here is Brady took a 7-9 team and won a championship. And again, they added LeGarrette Blount. They added is it LeGarrette Blount? No, LeGarrette Blount. What is the guy? The big guy. Fournette.
Yes,
That's a LeGarrette Blount.
Fournette.
Another big guy. They added Fournette. They added Gronk and Tom Brady. Those are, I mean, at least Gronk. Gronk is in the top 5 tight ends of all time.
Top 3, I think.
I mean, in talent, probably one.
I imagine there were more additions to the defense as well. We just can't think of them.
Who are the top 3 tight ends?
All time?
Yeah.
Travis Kelce.
Gronk, Gonzalez.
All right, I got Gronk, Gonzalez, and Shannon Sharp.
To not have Kelsey in that is
It's
absolutely
kind of
that's just pure hating.
It-
at that
it-
point.
I do like Kelsey. I do. As out of all the Chiefs players, I like Kelsey the most.
because you're a
He's
Swiftie.
looking at you.
No, because I actually do like Kelsey. But as far as like the 3 greatest tight ends, I do feel like Gronk, Gonzalez, and Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was one of the first.
Far as talent, Shannon Sharp is probably the most talented.
Or you could even put Ozzie Newsome in there, but I mean that was like way long ago.
Kelsey's by far the greatest receiving tight end. I don't even think that's a question.
Doesn't Gronk? If Gronk wasn't
Gronk has more touchdowns.
Gronk wasn't
He did it in less games too.
Okay,
He has more touchdowns in way less
Kelsey's
games.
definitely the greatest postseason tight end of all time. Not even close. Most touchdowns, most yards, most receptions.
I'll give that to you.
The best postseason combination: Mahomes and Kelsey, same yards received.
It's actually
statistics.
It's actually a fact that what he's talking about. Like,
is that a fact?
Yeah.
Like
statistics.
3 Super Bowls. Gronk has 3 Super Bowls. Maybe he has 4, but one season he didn't even play in the postseason. So, however much you want to contribute not being there to a ring, the same if you give a backup a ring.
But
how much credit do you give?
So you're saying postseason, but you also have to take into account regular season.
Yeah, correct. Kelsey has the most 1,000-yard receiving seasons, most consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons.
So let me ask you a question.
Yards.
Let me ask you a question. Does the most consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons make Mike Evans the best wide receiver ever?
It means something for sure.
Well, I mean,
Mike Evans is one of the most underrated. But again, that's not.
I just asked the question.
Well, it's not purely the only reason.
I mean, he's been on terrible Tampa teams, so it makes sense why people look over Mike Evans.
Sure, but Kelsey didn't play his entire career with Mahomes.
No, he did not.
He played with a superior quarterback, Alex Smith.
I love Alex. I love me some Alex Smith. Don't get me wrong.
That's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
And if you want to talk about coincidences with and this is what I thought about earlier, like Kennedy and Abraham,
theory?
Joe Theismann and Alex Smith.
Yo, on the
same
yard line,
same yard line, same team.
By the defensive player of the year,
which was
for the Giants.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
And
JJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
No, it was JJ.
It was JJ Watt.
JJ Watt, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk about eerie coincidences or whatever,
it was at
that shit's crazy. Same stadium, same yard line, same injury.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is one of the things that life repeats itself. It's in cycles. Like boom.
All right, you guys talk. I got it.
Damn, bro. This is how long this podcast is going. We're
2 hours.
Damn, bro. I didn't even realize it, bro. We got to wrap this up. We'll continue to go back and forth. We'll once he's done peeing, tinkling. That's what he doesn't pee. He tinkles. Is there any more corn nuts?
Yeah,
let me get some corn nuts.
They're good.
I haven't had corn nuts in years.
They're the most superior of all the nuts.
Man, they're crunchy as hell.
Yeah, they are. I don't give a dang, bro. They're amazing.
I feel like I'm eating kettle chips right now. Did you do that Ford guest experience? Did you do it?
Mm-mm.
So I did it. I was in
the thing they had upstairs? Yeah.
Yo, I was eating kettle chips in the middle of the meeting, and I feel like
the loudest
every crunch.
Bro, that's so fucking loud.
Yo, I felt so bad.
Dude, that's why I don't eat corn nuts all the time. And they make your breath smell like shit. I'm not gonna lie. You eat a whole bag of them
yo, these are hitting, bro.
Bro, you get the ranch ones. The ranch ones is where it's at.
Dab a ranch?
Dab a ranch, baby.
This has to sound horrible on a podcast.
Oh, 100%.
So sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Is this your first podcast?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
I liked it. It was dope, dude.
It's fun, bro. You just have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we were like famous and shit. Like, obviously,
100%.
You know, if it was popping off, it'd be cool to interact with the chat, and if I could afford to have someone fucking monitor the whole thing and make sure everything went smoothly. But like, dude, if I could do this for a fucking career, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat.
I second that. I think it would be
I would
cool
take a 50 grand pay cut just to do this.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make 100K to do this. 100%.
I mean, yeah, if I made 100K to do this 100%, I would end up doing that. But I don't know, man. Like, there's so many podcasts.
It's saturated. The market's saturated.
Yeah.
It's not like how it was like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, because I mean, how many podcasts were there back then? Like 10?
No, there's more than that.
Obviously, but
yeah, I got you. But anyways, we need to keep it moving. If you could break someone out of jail, who would it be and why?
Give me a little Dirk. Dirky-o, Schmarky-o.
I didn't.
The voice.
Why?
Because his music is so good.
I ain't breaking nobody out of jail.
They all did it.
I don't know about if they all did it. If Ray Lewis went to jail, I'd go get his ass. We need a ring, damn it. We got 2 rings because of him. That's 100% truth.
2 rings.
Yeah.
He got 2 rings.
2012, baby.
Oh,
yeah, he did. Right before he got to walk out in the sunset.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
Right off into the sunset.
Him and Peyton did it.
Yeah.
I like to think he's a little more impactful than Peyton was that last season.
Oh, 100% he was, but I'm also biased as fuck. So it doesn't...
Yeah, Peyton didn't win that Super Bowl. I mean,
Von Miller did.
Yeah. If we both saying it, it's got to be true, bro.
Peyton Manning, not Peyton Manning. What's his name? Cam Newton did.
Oh,
Cam Newton, he was horrible.
So
I mean, a lot of it was because of Von Miller, but yeah, he was horrible. And the running back, was it CJ Spiller? Is that who it was?
CJ
Anderson.
Yeah,
CJ Anderson. Okay. You said Dirk. I got Tory Lanez. I'm not even a big Tory Lanez fan, but he was wrongfully accused to begin with.
I don't even know who Tory Lanez is.
He's a rapper.
Okay.
Who shot Meg Thee Stallion
allegedly.
And now it's coming out that he was
done bad.
They did him dirty, bro.
Prison or whatever.
And then he got stabbed like 14 times.
God dang.
And he was in critical condition, but he's all right now. But like, there's some depth to that because like, allegedly a couple days before he got stabbed, his lawyers reached out to showing the new evidence because someone came through and said like, yo, he didn't shoot her. And then he gets killed. So it almost sounds like it was.
He didn't get killed though.
No. I mean, sorry, not killed.
Oh,
sorry.
I was like,
he got stabbed.
He got stabbed like a lot.
14 times.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Crazy.
Like all over. Back, neck.
They tried to fucking Caesar him.
They tried to kill him. Yeah. Absolutely.
Damn.
Yeah, they were trying to kill him.
That's fucking wild. And that motherfucker survived.
Yeah, he did. He had to get airlifted. But like, just imagine that you're in jail, and then you get killed, or get someone tries to kill you
do it
because of some shit you didn't do.
Bro, that would piss me off more than anything.
But that also probably happens quite a bit, which is the sad thing about it.
Yeah.
So Tory Lanez, that's my choice.
True.
Okay, do your
celebrity crush.
Who's your celebrity crush? Who you crushing on?
Bro, all right, I got 3. I got
loaded.
What was that one girl's name? I can't even remember all their name. Aubrey Plaza is one of them.
Oh man, and it's not Audrey, it's Aubrey. Aubrey Plaza.
I don't give a damn. All I know is that she is FINE fine. And then
she was. It's your memory of her,
bro. Listen, let me tell you, I'm old now too.
Early 2010s. Yes, you're right. She was a baddie.
Then you got that one girl in Barbie. What was her name?
Margot
Robbie, and then Jennifer Lawrence. Those are my 3, bro.
J-Law.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
J-Law. Okay. Well, the audience knows.
We've done this so many times.
He likes Sydney Sweeney. I like Scarlett Johansson.
Solid answers, gentlemen.
I'll add the new John Wick, the chick version, and a something.
Is that the newest movie?
Diarmas, yeah, whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, I saw a photo of her today. I was
yeah,
like, damn,
she's Cuban chick. She's a good looking chick.
Latinas, bro.
I think it's Anna de Armas.
Yeah, Anna de Armas.
Wait, hold on, let's see. The movie's called Ballerina. Anna de Armas. Yeah, Anna de Armas.
Yep.
Damn, she's a year older than me. You telling me she's a year older than me? I'm in. Put me in, coach. I'm in.
Coach.
All right.
I'm
So,
ready to play.
words of wisdom. So, I got 2. So, I was in a class this week, Ford guest experience, and I mentioned something which ultimately changed the way I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we always focus on raising our ceilings. But what if our ceilings are fine? So what do we raise?
Mm-hmm.
Our floor.
Okay, I like that.
So when you raise your lowest of lows, the difference between your highest of highs and your lowest of lows aren't so great.
It's improvement. Yeah. No, I actually really like that.
That's fair.
So
Because you always hear about like whether it's players or like his highest high is this, but his low is this.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of like even in fantasy, right?
Yeah.
In fantasy football, you'll take like, okay, his highest high is here, but his floor is here.
Yeah.
Like, it's very important to have a higher floor.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that. I never thought of that like that. Kind of pisses me off that someone said that. Raise your floor.
Raise your floor. Don't make your floor 0.
Yeah.
Make your floor 15.
Yeah.
You know?
Make it higher than what it was. Yeah.
So that's something that I like, a philosophy I just adopted, and I came up with it on the fly in a Ford training. But what I'm really going to add is the words of wisdom. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was a social media post that Nick Flo put. Says, imagine reading a book with no way to turn back the page. How carefully would you read it? That's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I like it too.
That's wild. I read that and I'm like, wait, what?
Bro, it reminds me of something that I heard David Goggins say. And I imagine y'all already know who David Goggins is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Navy, he should have been a Navy SEAL.
Carry the boats.
He was a Navy SEAL.
I thought he didn't make the team
He did, yeah. He was a Navy SEAL.
He wasn't part of SEAL Team 6.
He wasn't part of SEAL Team 6.
Because he was so me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't as team oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is that where was I going with that? You got me all thrown off when you said got the boat or raising the boats. Damn,
He's gonna carry the boats.
Oh, here it is. So he was saying at the end of life, you die, you go and meet God, and God is there to tell you about your achievements in life and all this. So he goes over to you, and he's talking to David Goggins. Obviously, Goggins is talking about this, and he starts listing all these things that David Goggins has done. And David Goggins is speaking in the aspect of if he never became a SEAL and he was just this fat lard who was 300 pounds, and he didn't improve from that. He's like, okay, well, David Goggins, you did the pull-up record, you were a Navy SEAL, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I didn't do any of those. He's like, this is what you could have been, but you never did your best at life. You just gave up. And it's like so true. So like, what could all three of us be at the end of our life? Are we living the best as to what we are? Is there a version of myself or yourself where we're a millionaire or we are this great motivational speaker or something along those lines that just pushes people to be their best self? Like, is it possible? I mean, he didn't end up becoming any of this until after he was 30. So, I mean, you're still younger than us. You're in your 20s. But
how old are you, Dylan?
I'm 33. I'll be 34 in August.
36. I'll be 37 in August. August what?
27th.
August 7th.
Yeah, shit. You know, we both got 7s in there, bro. That's what's up. So I don't know. That was something that always stuck with me. Like, when I die, am I going to be told that I didn't amount to what I could have been? And I'm looking in the mirror of the greatest version of myself, and I'm like this not so great version. I'm like, damn, that fucking hurts more than anything else in this life.
Sure.
To know you could have been something great and you just became less than what you could have been.
Fair.
That's terrifying, bro. To think about that.
Is.
Yeah, dude.
But like, I deal with that on a daily basis. I'm like, there's a song by a band called Fireworks, and in one of the songs it says, "Thinking back, on thinking forward, I never thought I'd be further than I ever am."
That's crazy right there.
Yeah.
I like those lyrics.
Yeah. So, like, it's you think you have, like, especially when you're in your teens and your early adulthood, you have all these possibilities stretched out in front of you, and you think that you can achieve these things, and when you don't, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I thought I'd be like a fucking billionaire mogul. Not a billionaire, but millionaire. I never thought billion. I thought million.
Sure.
Maybe I should have thought billion, and maybe I would have landed in million.
Shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. Type shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I always get I always get depressed right around my birthday.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Bro, what do you do to change it though?
I try every year. And I typically get better every year.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
But I don't get to where I want to be.
Do you ever want to get to where you want to be? Because once you stop chasing the chase,
I'm insatiable. I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
So
it's both a curse and a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to move forward, but we got to wrap things up.
Yeah.
This is one of the longest podcasts
I bet
we've
you
ever
it's
done.
2 hours when it's all said.
It is 2 hours. I'm looking at it right now. 2 hours and 11 minutes, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This hey,
It's good.
listen, I wasn't bored at all on this. So Dylan, thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate you.
Anytime you want to come back, man.
I'm about it.
This is the Awesome Life Podcast. I am Mr. Phoenix,
Here with Chili.
and we are out.
Deuces.
And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up.